this episode and these episodes are for you. In this particular episode, we'll address the mistakes I wish I could have avoided around achieving my goals, around moving my life forward. One of the things I would have done is I would have given myself more grace. I would have recognized that every time I set a big, bold goal and I gave it a timeline, it was going to take twice as long and it was going to cost 3 times as much. I would have just naturally doubled the time and tripled the cost. And then I would have chosen the goal again based on that. When you set a goal and you say, I want to achieve this in 6 months, ask yourself the question, do you still want the goal if it takes you a year? I'm going to invest $50,000 in getting to my dream. Will you still pursue that same dream if it cost you $150,000? I would have increased my cost and then chose the goal again. One of the biggest mistakes I made, that I thought everything was going to happen sooner, quicker, faster than what it actually did. The second mistake, and let me be clear, I don't regret any part of my journey. But if I knew then what I know now, the second thing I would have done is I would have set more detailed action steps to get to the goal. I would set big, bold goals, and I would set it by a big, bold date. But I didn't want to get into the granular details of how to get there. And I don't know where the statement came out, the devil's in the details, but I don't think that's true. I believe the success is in the detail. I would have been far more detailed with the how do I get to that big, bold goal, step by step. Third thing I would have done, or mistake that I wish I could have avoided, was not nurturing the relationships around me as I attained or went after my dreams. Luckily, I course corrected that, but it took me probably 10 to 12 years off path, off track. And I couldn't restore every relationship that I had allowed to fall by the wayside. So I'm happy to serve up my mistakes or my errors or my things that I would do differently. And finally, the last thing that I would do differently is I would stop being afraid. I would have stopped being afraid sooner and earlier that greatness and abundance and wild success was available to someone that looked like me, someone that came from my background, someone that had my educational foundation, which was I'm functionally dyslexic. I struggled in school. I would have still given myself permission sooner to have a breathtaking, abundant life. While I was transforming my life, I still kept this sense of disbelief. And so I know that I slowed myself down a lot because until I believed it was for me, it couldn't really come into my hemisphere. It couldn't come into my life. So I would have done more work on my mindset earlier. I would have not just chased the goal, I would have chased the new belief system first. Well, I hope that some of my mistakes, based on what I didn't know, helps you to know some things sooner, quicker, faster, or that it just helps to validate that you're not alone in your thinking. I don't ever try to be perfect. I just want to perfectly manage my imperfection. So with all the things I would have done differently, I'm grateful for the outcome and how things have turned out. And one of the things I'm clear on is until I got in gratitude about anything in my life, I couldn't expand it. So I would have parked in gratitude, even when I was eating beanies and weenies. I would have parked in gratitude, even when I was robbing Peter to pay Paul or trying to negotiate with both of them. I would have lived in gratitude as I was questioning, can I do this with my mocha skin, my full lips, my round hips, and my kinky hair? I would have lived in gratitude with every rejection that I received. No, thank you, Lisa. We don't want you as a speaker. No, thank you, Lisa. We don't believe that your writing is strong enough. No, thank you, Lisa. You can't live here because your credit's bad. I would have lived in gratitude through all of that, deeper, longer, and stronger. So I hope that this is giving you value. Remember, this show is not just about a monologue. This show is a dialogue. This is a conversation between you and I and a few other amazing gladiators and unicorns. So, what was your biggest aha from this episode? What did you need to hear? Like, Lisa, you are all up in my business. Or, Lisa, oh my God, it's so great to know that I'm not alone with that experience. What did this episode give you? What did it agitate and shake up? What did it bless you with? Please leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. This is your posse. This is your tribe. This is your home. And I am your sister in prosperity and in possibility. And I want you to feel like this is your safe space, because it is. I believe in you and I love you. And I'm excited to see you again real soon.